Are you considering doing a book signing? Well, here are my top tips to have the most successful book signing you've ever had. Hello guys, my name's Arabella. I'm a best-selling and award-winning author of these books right here, and I have done so many book signings at this point. It's shocking because I've only been a published author since September 6th of 2022. But I've done a lot of these now, and I feel really confident in saying that I think I know how they go. I think I know how to get the best and most out of them, and I'm going to share that with you right now today. So step one is your pitch. So what is a pitch? The pitch is a super quick, less than a minute description of your book, of your story, and really you want to get into the conflict of your story here. Character, conflict, world, setting, you're good, you're done. You don't want to be here a long time. And I know this is such a hard step for everybody, including me, but I've actually been using the same exact pitch from the very first book signing I ever did to now. And so my pitch is this. We follow our main character, Kara, as she is on a revenge mission to get her friend back, whom the empire of this world kidnapped when they were children. And now she's grown up, she's ready to kick ass, she's ready to get her friend back, and she's ready to destroy the empire that's controlling this world. But things don't go as planned. She gets caught up by that hot guy right there, the hot dark-haired prince. Which, by the way, when I say that exact line, I hand them a picture of said hot dark prince. And this hot dark prince takes her, captures her, says, baby, you're mine, you're gonna work for me, you're gonna do everything I tell you to do. And she's like, okay, I guess. But he doesn't realize that she's a spy for the rebel army. And that's my pitch. And so that's how you want it to be. You want to say it and be animated and be excited and just make it fun. I know it sounds super challenging, but that kind of leads us right back into number 2. Practice the shit out of your pitch. And I know everybody is gonna hate me for this one, but you're gonna want to practice that pitch out loud at least 20 to 30 times before you ever start your book signing. Now wait, I know, before you come at me, hear me out. You want that pitch to be as smooth as butter, as smooth as frosting on a warm cake, as smooth as the muscles on your new book boyfriend's forearms. Is that a kink? I think that's a kink. Regardless, you want to have your first potential reader come up to your table and you want to have that pitch nailed in and locked down. And you can't do that if you've never said it. Say it aloud to a friend. Say it until you aren't laughing, you aren't stuttering, you aren't stumbling, and you aren't getting lost in that pitch. Number 3, have your table look freaking immaculate. I hate to say this, but it's honestly just how the world works. People judge you by their first impression, which is by your appearance, by the way your table looks. And you want your things to be up high. You want all the books to be visible. When I used to work for sales for a major cosmetics company, we would always have like our stock in the back, but we would have our cosmetics displayed a certain way, and we called it like a full case. And it's a psychology thing. So when people see a lot of something, they feel like it's a good thing. It's like a good product to them. It's subconscious. They don't realize they think that. But if you go up to see, you have a table with a lot of books, and then you have a table with just a little bit of books, subconsciously, you're going to think the one with more books is the better book. And I know that is stupid and it's not fair and it's not correct. I'm just saying that's how people think, that's how their brains work, that's how their psychology works. So if you can, make your table be very full of books. And if you're a fantasy writer, a horror writer, a epic fantasy writer, or a thriller writer, you want to take that, have an aesthetic, if you don't have one already, and match that aesthetic with your table. You can just use whatever the heck you want to use, but decorate that table to the genre that you write in. Step number 4, greet everybody. I've been seated next to authors who are just like this at their table. Stop doing this. If you do this, I beg you, freaking stop. that is not going to get you readers. It's not going to get you people to come up to your table. So I think there's like a power dynamic at play. When a reader sees an author, they feel like the author has like this level of power, and I don't agree with that. Again, I just think it's how people's minds work. And so a lot of people are a little bit apprehensive about approaching an author. An author is prestigious to them. An author is at a higher level. And I'm not saying that us as authors are any better than any person, any reader. We're not. But sometimes some people feel that way, and they may be a little intimidated to come up to you. And so even though they might want to, when you're sitting there with a stank face, they're not going to come up to you. So I don't care if they're walking by, they don't even look at you and see you, which will happen a lot, by the way. But you say hi to everybody. If you see somebody who's like debating, you can tell, you can see it on their face. They're debating if they want to come up. Say, hey, how are you doing? Oh, I'm good. And then they come over. You want to snatch them. You want to grab them and just get them to you. You want to, it's like fishing, man. You got to reel up that hook and reel these babies in. Come on. And finally, tip number 5 is to be confident. And I know how hard this is to do. I know it's hard to like really stand firm that your book is literally the shit. Like your book is the best book in the store, at the event. I get that. But literally I'm telling you to fake it if you have to. And it's okay if you have to. But like saying self-deprecating things like, oh yeah, I know my book might not be the best, or oh, I know, I'm just new, or whatever. Shitting on yourself, joke or not, being self-deprecating about you, your book, the whole thing, it's going to plant the seed that your book isn't good to these people. I'm sorry, it does. More psychology, right? If you are saying bad things about your book, bad things about you being an author, that reader, even if they buy your book, they may just not even read it because you put the seed in their mind that it's not good. And you can't undo that. Maybe you can if they read your book and they love it, but you're starting out at a negative there. So please stop doing this. I see people doing it online all the time. I know people do it in person at these events, and it's putting you at such a disadvantage when you don't have to. So in conclusion, I hope these tips helped you. I make the majority of my money at these signings. And so I really hope that you can find some events in your area and apply and take the steps to start doing this, because I think it really, really helps. And I mean, I got my bestseller status from doing signings at Barnes & Noble. They bought so many books. I did so many signings with them. That's how I got my bestseller status. And I know that isn't typical, but it happens. So if you want a video on exactly how I did that, let me know. I have a blog post written out about it, but I haven't posted it yet. But yes, I hope this was helpful. If it was, give me a follow and definitely ask me any questions in the comments. And I will see you guys on the next one. Okay, bye!